Alright traders, time for a pre-FOMC look at gold here on the balance beam. This is a weekly chart, so it's a pretty big picture view of what's going on here. The balance beam's off to the left, showing where the key commitment areas are. I'll show you what I'm looking at right now. Gold has had a very difficult time staying over this balance beam here. 1377 is the spike here. The ceiling comes in at about 1400. The floor is at about 1350. We're currently at 1365 right now. In the last gold video I did, I gave you 4 breakdown points to watch for a sign of weakness in gold. The last price point being 1375. We're $10 below that right now. So we're really at the edge of the cliff of this balance beam here that leads to this pretty large air pocket. And with some further weakness from gold, watching for 1350 to break as a trigger, we should retest the lows of 1321. And below that, 1283.45 is a target that I have. There's a lot of ratio confluence there. There's not a lot of balance beam confluence there, however. It splits the middle here. Below that, 1191.90. And then we get into some more intense areas here, 1084.83. Here, there's all sorts of things clicking. The 50% retrace, the 150% extension of this second drive down, the 111.8 extension of the initial impulse down, and then the 1.4142 of the combined two impulses here into one grand sell impulse so far. So with a break below 1350 as a trigger, those are the first main downside targets to look for. If for some reason the bulls cannot put in any support at this area here, this would be the next zone to watch. You'll note that the top line starts at about 950 and then moves down to about 915 for the spike of this beam here, and then a lot of things clicking in the upper 890s. Okay? Now, if the bulls are going to show up to the party tomorrow, watch for a break over 1403. Really, where they are now, 65, they could get over 77, but they're still below the ceiling of this beam here. You'll notice that that's the pi retrace of this entire rally impulse, and it's also the pi extension of the initial sell impulse. So 1398 versus 1402s. Watch for price to clear 1403, then 1419 and 1429 would be the next key targets. It's not until price clears 1429 that it is comfortably inside this air pocket and then has a chance to move back up. Okay, it could not do that the last time. It got a fair way up, but that was it. So that's the metric to watch to the upside for strength in gold. Now, if the bulls can reclaim this top line here, this retest of the low 1520s is the main zone to look for, and beyond that, the next area would be 77 to 98, 1577 to 98. As it is right now, gold is showing a lot of weakness, and with further weakness tomorrow, watch for a trip to 50, and below 50, it opens up a trip to this next series of downside targets. I will update you more in the live room tomorrow on the specifics of this chart, but I wanted to get this update out to you before the FOMC meeting tomorrow. That'll do it for your gold update, and we'll see you in the live room tomorrow.